Hi folks, welcome to another episode of NYC CNC. I just posted another video, which you can see here if you want to view it, on the design and purpose and machining of this little fixture for trimming the thread length of shoulder bolts. And one of the things I mentioned was the Cosmetic threads modeled here in Alibre, which are kind of cool. I wanted to do these and was researching how to make them, and frankly the rest of the YouTube tutorials stunk, so I thought let's get into this. So the first thing I thought I'd show is what most of the other tutorials show, although again I don't think they do a great job of it, which is what you would think of as a traditional threaded fastener, so an external thread if you will. So let's show that real quick. I'm going to sketch a new design on this plane, which will be nice because you can see the threads. Then when we go to what I call the home position, we'll just do a 0.75 inch. We'll extrude that out 1 inch. And okay, so there's the shank or shaft of our piece. Now to make the helical cuts for the threads, we are going to activate a 2D sketch on this plane right here, which you'll notice bisects the part. And we'll come in here and grab our little line tool, and we'll just start outside the edge, and we'll make it 0.02, and then this needs to be 60 degrees, and then we'll come in here, and that will be 60 degrees as well, and we'll trim the excess, and we'll put some dimensions on here. So we'll put that at 02, and we'll make sure these remain 60. Oops. Okay, now the other thing you need to do, which is not an intuitive thing in my opinion, is you need to create a reference line, and we're going to create that right in the middle of our hole, or of our piece, which we've got this axis plane already the plane already we can use, and you can see when you hover over it, you get this little red dot. It's kind of faint, but it doesn't matter how long it is, you create that reference line and you're done. Hit escape. Now, quite simple, helical cut. And you can see if we zoom out, we've already got it. It's going the wrong direction. Click reverse. Height only 1 inch, and pitch we'll do an 18 thread per inch, 1 divided by 18, and click OK. And boom, there is our helical cut for a typical OD fastener. So I think that's a easy thing to do. Again, once you know how to do it. It was a little bit tricky for me, however, at first to figure out how to do the part I wanted to do, which was an internal hole in the middle of a block. So let's do that from scratch. Again, quite easy once you figure it out. Create a new part. And it doesn't matter the size, particular. And let's do a hole. We'll do another 3/4 inch just to make it nice and easy to see the threads for the video. We'll go down negative 1.5. Oops, I meant to do 1.5. And 1. Cut that all the way through. Now we have a hole. So now we're going to do a couple things though. We're going to add 2 planes, and then we're going to use a section view. And this makes this really easy to do. So right click on this face, insert plane, and we'll go ahead and get fancy and use a formula, which I think we said this was a half 1.5 inches in. Usually click reverse. Usually it does the planes for me on the wrong side. So now we've got a plane this way, and we want a plane this way as well. Right click, insert plane. If that was D3, I bet you this is D4 because it was the next thing we did. And it is, but I did it of course on the wrong reverse. Okay, so now we have got our 2 new planes that show the center point of that hole. Now we are going to do section view. So viewing and analysis, section view, and click this, click that slicing plane we just did right there, and boom. Now we have a temporary view of our part that we can turn on and turn off. It's not part of the CAD model, if you will. It's literally just a view. Makes it really easy to do this. Go back, activate 2D sketch, select that same plane that we created. Okay, that's the bad view. We'll rotate it around. Okay, this is what we want. That's an odd orientation. This is what we want. So you can see we're now looking down at a part. Go back to that. Okay, same thing. Grab our line tool and create a little line. And trim. Dimension this up. Oops, that's okay, we're going to fix that. 60. And oops. And that'll, of course, already be 60, because if you don't know that that's already 60, then go take some geometry classes. So let's get this back down to where we want it. So I find Alibre acts funny. That's probably just me. If you drag the outside edge, you can't drag it down, but if you drag the point, you can. So you want it, you just have to make sure that this face, or this line, is inside of that one. Otherwise, I'll show you what happens here in a second. Okay, now we need to create a reference line. Now, because we added this other plane right here, I can't highlight it, but you see it, that makes this part nice and easy, because we should get a hover line. So reference line, no, we don't, but sorry, you can zoom in. I can't remember, I thought I had, but I didn't. But you can get it quite accurate now. And like so. Helical cut, same thing, does it in the wrong position, reverse, only 0.5. And again, we'll just do 1 divided by 18. And we need to go a little bit further because our part starts above it, but click OK. And there is our helical cut. Now, if you hadn't, what I mentioned a second ago, if you had not put the outside line far enough out, you have a helical cut, but it would be hidden inside the hole. Here, I'll just show you. We edit this, and if you do this, you can see the helical cuts there, but it's hidden inside the hole, if you will. Probably not doing a great job of describing that, but I think it's obvious. So we'll fix that real quick again. Obviously, you would dimension this to match the specs of your thread. I'm just going here on the fly. The hard part is the CAD, not the thread specs. And turn off our section view, and there we go. Internally cosmetic threads on your Alibre part. So that's a wrap for this one, folks. Hope you have enjoyed that tutorial. If you have, please comment below, like it, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And I'll see you soon. Take care, folks. Thanks.